When spending time in Mexico City, a common ingredient you will see in a variety of dishes is nopales or prickly pear cactus leaves. Today, I'm going to visit the market where I first had nopales on tacos de carnitas and then see if I can recreate them in the kitchen for all of you. So I'm standing outside the market where I first had what might be my new favorite taco topping, and that is nopales escabeche, basically pickled cactus. And if you saw the video before this one, you may realize I'm wearing the same clothes as the poblano con queso. It's because it's the same day, it's like an hour apart. But there's more tacos to be had. I was in the area, so I thought might as well revisit the same spot of inspiration. Market's popping right now. I'm gonna go in and get the tacos. Probably not gonna talk inside just because, let's be honest, filming in public and talking to yourself is awkward. Trying to get better at it, but it's still awkward. So we're gonna hop into the market, get those tacos. They're chicharron and carnitas with our favorite topping, the nopales escabeche. Can't wait. All right, we happen to be in business because I found a corner that's not too quiet, so I don't mind talking it back here. Carnitas. Now, basically they chop up all the meat. You can kind of pick what you want. He gave me a little bit of snout. Super tasty though. And also another thing that I just learned. So I thought this was like in a vinegar solution. I just asked the guy if there was like vinegar in it, and he said no. It's just nopales, onions, and dried chilies de arbol. And then there are definitely there's some bay leaves in here, so I gotta include those, but we're gonna have a little bit different recipe than I initially thought. I'm glad I came back here and asked the guy, but I'm telling you, these are super flavorful on their own. So good. Turns out I'm not making nopales escabeche, because that is not what that was. So I forget exactly what I said when I was eating tacos. Also, we're on iPhone Live now, in case the audio is different. Hopefully it's not too bad though. But yeah, we're not making nopales escabeche. So I was actually talking to the guy and he was super helpful. Even though with my limited Spanish, I was able to ask some targeted questions to get the ingredients and kind of the basic process. So basically what it is nopales, so the cactus, it's onion, and then it is chili seco, in this case, chili de arbol. And then that is all just mixed in with some salt, oregano, and bay leaves. And then everything's just kind of sauteed down in some oil. He made a little like sizzle sound because I didn't know like what the word for saute was. That's one that I should probably be learning, especially since I like cooking and that's what I like learning about. But yeah, basically everything's just sauteed down in oil, definitely lightly because there was no like brown spots or anything. But that is a super flavorful combination, and that is what we're going to make in the kitchen. So I'm gonna meet you guys back there with all the ingredients, and we will make our little nopales topping. So I've secured all the ingredients that the taco guy who I talked to specified. Let's quickly run through them, starting with our nopales. And I've seen these sold cleaned before, but these still have the spikes on them. I'm sure I could have asked for her to clean them, but I didn't really know the words to do that. So now I've got to figure out how to clean them myself. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard. Just make sure there's no spiky things left anywhere. So yeah, basically got to clean these, and then we're just gonna slice them up along with our onion. Just got a regular white onion. That was what was used in the nopales topping that he had. And then finishing that out, we've got more of our spices type things. So I got chilies de arbol. I don't know why I got a package this big. I should have went to the market instead of getting a package this big because I'm never gonna use all these. Maybe I can bring them home, I don't know. But these are the chilies de arbol. We're gonna fry those up before adding in the other things. And then for our other spices, bay leaves. And for some reason, these bay leaves are super fragrant for some reason. Like, they're like more fragrant than normal, I feel like. Maybe I just haven't been using fresh bay leaves at home. And then lastly, I got a little dime bag of oregano from Mercado Como Tech 2. I was getting some other produce and I saw these and I was like, hey, how much are those? They're like, oh, 30 pesos. So I was like, all right, cool. So we got some Mexican oregano. It's definitely oregano, I swear.
So wait a minute, there's no drugs? No.
Oh, damn it, come on.
We got a fake tip.
Wait, officers, are you sure you don't want to interrogate him?
And last but not least, since this isn't my kitchen, I needed to get some salt. So I got some big grainy salt because that is always the best. It helps you control it a little bit more. And then lastly, just got some oil because he told me everything was sauteed together. So first things first that we're gonna do is get our Nopales and clean them up. So I got one down, still got 2 more to go. Yeah, this is really kind of an annoying job. But I just watched a video and I was doing it this way with my paring knife and like kind of scraping it this way and getting all these little flakes. But on the video I just watched, they did it a little differently. And basically, all you have to do is just hold it flat like this and just kind of scrape like that. And you're gonna get most of them that way. Now obviously that needs cleaning up, but definitely a lot faster. So let me just finish cleaning these in like another 10 seconds. All right, so we got those clean Nopales, the cactus leaves. So after you slice everything off, make sure you rinse these off, make sure all the little spikes are gone. Also make sure you rinse off your cutting board and your knife. You know, we don't want any random little spiky bits to show up later. But with these cleaned up, basically all that I'm gonna do now is just cut them into thin slices crosswise. And I'm also gonna do the same thing with half of this onion, and then we can actually start sauteing everything down. All right, so I've got the cactus cut up and I've got the onions sliced nice and thin. And when you're cutting up the cactus, you're gonna realize there's kind of like this goopy, sticky stuff coming out. That's fine, that's normal. It's gonna cook out when we actually saute it down. You just gotta kind of wait like 5 to 10 minutes. That's something I learned in a cooking class actually. So the way that we're actually gonna cook everything down is very, very important. So the first thing that we're gonna do is actually put some oil in a pan and fry up these chilies there bowl. So when I saw the little topping, you could tell that they had been fried first. And this is pretty typical within Mexican cuisine. So basically I'm just gonna fry these up in some oil and then take them off the heat. Then we're gonna actually add in our nopales because we gotta let those cook down so that kind of sliminess cooks off. Then we'll add our onions and our oregano and the bay leaves, and then I'm gonna return the chilies and then we'll cook everything down for probably around another 5 to 10 minutes. So the basic order is just to fry the chilies, take them off the heat, then add our nopales, let the sliminess cook off, then add in our onions, and then return the chilies, the oregano, and the bay leaves. Just let everything cook down and kind of meld together, and then we should have this pretty awesome topping. I'm telling you guys, this is it. This is the taco topping that you want to make. And I actually figured out while cooking this that why I thought it was kind of like pickled or in vinegar or something is actually because of the cactus. It actually has this really nice like lemony kind of acidic-y component to it. It's really interesting now that I'm tasting it because I can really taste all those same flavors. And I'm telling you, you get the spiciness from these chilies in here. You can eat them whole. And then throwing in the bay leaves and the oregano provides this really nice like aromatic balance. I still love pickled onions, but this is seriously so, so good. So like if you guys ever get a chance to cook with nopales, definitely give this a shot. In the States, I know like if you go to a like Mexican or international grocery store, a lot of the times they will have nopales. Obviously, it's not as easy to find them like I can in Mexico City where they're literally everywhere. But on this trip, this has easily been one of the favorite things that I found that I didn't even really knew existed. And honestly, just with a fresh tortilla, like that is a really, really special bite. This could almost just be like a vegetarian, well actually, I guess this is vegan taco filling, which, dude, this is absolutely delicious. Maybe put some cotija cheese, some salsa, but I'm gonna have it with some poblanos con queso. I'm about to make those, but seriously, if you ever get the chance to cook with nopales, try out this topping. It's seriously so, so good. A little bit of spiciness. You can use different dried chilies if you wanted to, but man, one of my favorite toppings so far. That's gonna wrap it up for this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.